Yokoso Doshichiru YouTube, and welcome to this 1v1 battle, taking it back to the roots, dogs! This is me on the Alpine Ridge playing against the Soldier of the Empire. Believe it or not, I'm not even a level 10 yet. I'm still a level 8. I don't know why. Soldier of the Empire is a level 10, but today, I was really feeling good about Shogun finally installing it. I'm now going to explain to you guys why I haven't been playing Shogun. You see, in my residence, I have a 7 GB download cap. I can download from Steam at like ridiculous speeds of up to 10 megabytes a second, but I can only download 7 gigabytes a day. So, being the smartass that I am, I bought a new hard drive to, be able to store games a little bit better. I'm going to put this on slow motion so you guys don't miss much. And I wanted to move my Steam folder over there, because you can do that. You can move your Steam folder and then relaunch it from the exe directly, and it will sort of recreate itself in a new directory. So I wanted to do that. So I did that, and I left it overnight because it was some like 200 gigabytes of material of Steam games. So I tried to move it on to another hard drive, and I had a BSD while I was sleeping, and I lost pretty much all of the Steam data. So I basically have been like trying to slowly recuperate my Steam library with the games, slowly trying to catch up. And today I was able to get Shogun back going. I was so excited to get back on Shogun. Played some games with Lev and the Prussian Prince, which you might have seen before. But now I wanted to do some 1v1, guys, because I want to see if I'm really that rusty. I want to see how I stand after about 3 months away from the scene. So let's go ahead and hit the play button and take a look at my opponent, Soldier of the Empire's army. A skirmish army he has. This army could have been very potent before the patch, but now these matchlocks aren't going to be doing as much damage. But you can see that my opponent doesn't really have a lot of infantry, so he's sort of trying to, I think, experiment with how well this army can do now. You can see he's got 2 units of Matchlock Samurai, 1 Matchlock Warrior Monk, which is now the cap for that. He's got a Bulletproof Samurai, and then he has 2 units of Yari Samurai right here. And then he has a Heavy Gunner's unit. There is his General's Bodyguard called Asina. And you can see there, he is a Bow General. Over here on the right, he's got 2 units of Bow Cavalry. And when I saw this army, I knew something was up. Something was not right. But you can see just from the minimap that the sheer force of my troops are way more numerous in number. I'm using the Eco EQ Retainer, and if you guys recall, I had an army with a Lone Sword build, supported by Naginata Warrior Monks and some Nuns and some Skirmish. I wanted to try a variant of that by using the Naginata Warrior Monk style of rush. At the front, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of Naginata Warrior Monks. These guys aren't even vetted, or they're not touched, they're just regular Naginata Warrior Monks. Cheap, good, well, not cheap, but cheap in terms of relative to the veterans. And then I have 4 units of these veteran Boa Shigaru. You guys remember these guys from my initial battles and early battles here on Shogun. I brought these guys because they are a lethal skirmishing component. Warrior Monks capped to 2 now. These guys can do, I think they're capped to 2. These guys can do a lot of damage to any sort of unit they're up against. Even going toe-to-toe with some Bow Samurai variants. But these guys are deadly, and I tell you, they do what they're supposed to do. Just so many volleys here. You can see that I pushed my guys forward as he was trying to move his bow cav towards my units. Now I'm just going to pull them back. Supporting them are 4 units of Yari Yashigaru over here. These guys are here for 2 reasons. One, to make sure that if my opponent wants to try anything funny with these unvetted Naginata Warrior Monks with cav, since they only have a 10 bonus for this cav thing number, these guys can step in with their 20 bonus versus cavalry and sort of fill in that gap. Back here I've got 1 veteran to sort of support my general, to make sure that any sort of heavy unit, or if anybody is silly enough to still be using a great guard unit and wasting a retainer spot, wants to attack me. These guys have 24 bonus versus cav, and I also have another one here that I moved to the right to start capturing this workshop. I don't know why we don't see the workshop, but this is a workshop. So I do have 2 more units of the Umi no Sekon, which are the Stigma of the Ocean. and these guys are 2 Naginata Warrior Monk Cavalry. You can see now the enemy's bows going in the water here. I sort of waited for them to get in the water before pulling back, just because this means that my units are going to be able to get some shots off, and these guys are going to be sort of slow to turn around. See, in the water? They're not going to be as fast as they are on land, and hopefully I can get a few more kills there. I got 2 kills, but, you know. So, I've got the Alpine advantage. I've got this little ridge here covered. But I was really worried about hidden troops here. I don't know why I didn't do the math. I really thought that he would have a little bit more men than I do, because look at this. Look at this. So many units, you know? I've got such an overwhelming army. I expected him to have a lot of hidden cav, or maybe I expected him to have some sort of hidden units in these trees, some sort of pike and shot variant. I wasn't sure, but a skirmish army like this usually has a heavy cav component, and I was not really particularly worried about that because I have so many spear units. So now I'm going to prepare for my forward advance. I'm going to send my bows forward, and I want to lead with them here so that they can absorb all the matchlock fire. I don't want my Naginata Warrior Monks getting any of that. They're way too weak, they don't have enough armor, and they're going to be needed to actually do the damage and chase away those units. And seeing that my line was a little bit wider than my opponent, even with his spread out formation here, I was pretty sure that I would be able to hit him. So you can see now that I move my Naginata cavalry to the left here, leaving the bow cav of my opponent completely stranded. They are behind my lines, but they are completely stranded. They can keep shooting at me. I don't really mind that, but they can keep shooting as much as they want. You can see here I run into a sword unit. I'm going to pull my Naginatas back, wait for the support of the other unit to get the nice sandwich effect, the oh so warming, heartwarming sandwich effect. You can see that he is using whistling arrows here against my guys, and now I'm starting to get shot here. This is the bow general of my opponent, starting to shoot at my Ashigaru units. Now he's going to pull back. These matchlock warrior monks getting the increased range ability now, but they are being peddled by my bows, and I am in the trees, so this is an excellent position for me. Just sitting here waiting time. You can see that he's trying to position himself better, but I'm not going to let him do that. I'm going to rush in right after his first volley, and now there goes that rally ability over here on the left to sandwich these guys. He sends another, I think this is a sword attendant. No, he has, this is a Tetsubuto hero, and what my opponent also has is ninjas. I'm gonna try to get those ninjas here, and you can see that these fire cavalry, or mounted gunners, sorry, are shooting up my Yari Ashigaru, but I'm going to catch them since my opponent isn't really paying attention here. At the main line, my Naginatas are just swarming that line. Units are routing left and right, and I've got some cap support on the left here, and there come the ninjas, hidden units, and they're going to be targeting my Yari Ashigaru, which this isn't the place to be using those bombs, you know. If I were my opponent, I would have tried to push my way a little bit sooner. And you can see here, I think, there it is, no. I think those bombs were actually thrown by his general. I'm not sure what happened there. But see, I think they're in the trees. So he is again targeting my units here. He's targeting my Naginata warrior monks. But you can see that I've pretty much dispatched most of his army here in the middle. And now he's going to be trying to push forward towards me. These 3 Yari Ashigaru played an essential role. I'm not sure if I caught all of it, but they played an essential role in intercepting enemy cav. And you can see he's got his bow cav still remaining and his mounted gunners now. And I'm slowly luring him towards the trap that is this forest. I want to get his men closer to this forest as possible to remove their cavalry advantage if they choose to charge. And now my bows are in the cav getting cover bonus, and I'm just shooting him up, which is good for me. And you can see that he is shooting me up here. This is bad micromanagement on my part. You can see that now I sort of see it. So I am sort of still rusty a little bit, but I think I did a good job in this match. You can pretty much figure out who's going to win now. So my opponent here trying to use ninjas, trying to use skirmish tactics, but matchlocks are just not meant for that, you know. They worked before the patch, but now they're just not doing enough damage. Actually, I think it has been nerfed a bit, and they do friendly fire now. So finally CA did add the friendly fire feature, but here I am trying to hit my opponent's general. He's going to try to instruct me with this Yari Samurai, but it doesn't really matter at this point. He only has a general unit and a few more sword units here. Here comes that ninja trying to get some stuff thrown in on my bows, but I'm going to pull my bows back and just hit them with this huge mob of Yari Shigaru. Let's see how these ninjas do against their spear-tipped adversaries. Here they go. They're going poked in all directions. Vocab shooting into the mix. Heavy gunner, mounted gunners shooting into the mix. But what really mattered took place here. My opponent didn't really manage his troops well, and I think it's hard to do that when you're being charged by a huge line of warrior monks. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. Again, not as exciting as you know, a battle maybe should be, but I think it was a good match. You know, first match, 1v1 back in. Hope you guys enjoyed the Shogun. I know I've been playing other games lately, but fear not, Shogun is still an awesome game, and I'm still going to be playing it. The Matsuda family is still a Shogun clan and a Battlefield clan now, so we're doing many things at once. Don't be fooled by the channel design, it's just something to, you know, be awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.